Hello, viewers. This is what I was waiting for. In Instagram, I told I'm having a constraint of the time. But in YouTube, I'm going to really love this session of question and answers. We have got very good response, and we'll take as many questions as possible, from candidates, Hindi, Tamil, and English. Okay? So let's get into it, guys. The first question.
Sir, Chaitanya_2409 has asked, इंटरव्यू देते टाइम माइंड ब्लैंक हो जाता है, कुछ ऐसी टाइप दो ना कि डर ना लगे इंटरव्यू में.
अच्छा तो इंटरव्यू देने के वक्त माइंड ब्लैंक हो जाता है या इंटरव्यू शुरुआत में वो नोटिस करना है ना. इसका एक ही कारण है, स्ट्रेस ज़्यादा बढ़ गया. प्रिपरेशन किया भी तो स्ट्रेस हो जाएगा, तो इसके लिए कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं. सबको बटरफ्लाइज होगा पेट में इंटरव्यू के वक्त, पहला इंटरव्यू के. तो इसके लिए क्या टिप दे सकते हैं भाई? अच्छा एक्सरसाइज करो. ओके, एवरीडे थोड़ा एक्सरसाइज करो. नहीं तो इंटरव्यू जाने के पहले कुछ श्वास, डू डीप ब्रीदिंग. और दूसरी बात है, इंटरव्यू कैसा चलना है वो जरा विजुअलाइज कीजिए. 2-3 प्रश्न आप भी सोच कर रख सकते हैं. अगर इंटरव्यू चले गए, आई मीन द इंटरव्यू, और आपको पूछना है तो वो क्वेश्चन आप माइंड में रेडी कर रखिए. और जो भी क्वेश्चन आने वाला है वो भी रेडी कर रखिए. अगर वो क्वेश्चन नहीं आया तो आप बोल सकते हैं, मैंने ये इसके लिए रेडी किया था, मैंने आया और आपने दूसरे क्वेश्चन पूछ लिए. तो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ कि ट्राई टू बी एज जेन्युइन, बहुत जेन्युइन हो जाइए. और अच्छे श्वास ले लीजिए, एक्सरसाइज कीजिए. और ये जो ब्लैंक होता है ना, ये एक माइंड सेट है, ये स्ट्रेस का एक माइंड सेट है कि कुछ लोगों को पसीना आ जाएगा, कुछ लोग को हिचक देंगे बोलने में, ऐसे हो जाएगा. नहीं तो बॉडी पेन हो जाएगा, नहीं तो कांपने लगेंगे, नहीं तो कुछ ऐसा हो सकता है. आप समझ रहे हैं ना मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ. तो ये माइंड ब्लैंक हो जाता है कि मतलब आपने ओवर प्रिपेयर किया है, ओवर थिंकिंग किया है. और देख लिए, ट्राई टू कंजर्व योर एनर्जी कंजर्वेशन. अपना दूसरा वीडियो भी देख लीजिए. एनर्जी लेवल्स हाई है, मोटिवेशन हाई है, आपको वो नौकरी चाहिए. पुट सम लाइफ, पुट सम जोश, थोड़ा जोश ले लीजिए तो माइंड ब्लैंक नहीं होगा. और इंटरव्यू के पहले कुछ अच्छे चीज़ें आपकी जो सक्सेस हैं उसके बारे में एक लिस्ट बनाकर एक बार सोच लीजिए. जो भी कुछ तो सक्सेस होगा ना आपकी ज़िंदगी में, उसके बारे में सोचिए और इंटरव्यू रूम के अंदर जाइए. Think about your success and go into the interview room. I'm sure you'll do well. More tips if you want. If you're not satisfied, आप और भी प्रश्न पूछ सकते हैं if you're not satisfied with this. Okay? Next question. I think I've answered.
Yes, sir. So, Unique in the crowd has asked, what would the interviewer would expect you to answer and tell me about yourself?
Tell me about yourself. I'm sorry. Okay, it was continuing with the Hindi. Okay, now this is in English. So tell me something about yourself. This question we have already answered. It is there as a reel. Please check the link below. There's a link given and you can go and check that reel. Tell me about yourself. We have answered that. See if you're satisfied with the answer given over there. If not, continue to question, DM us. We'll come back to you on this. But I think we have given a complete answer in that 1-minute reel. Next.
Jay Surya 0206 has asked, if I have taken 1 or 2 drop years for CAT preparation, how to tackle if they ask me in this question?
Simple, very simple, Jay Surya. First of all, don't feel guilty that you have taken 1 year, 2 years for preparation of CAT. Okay, it's your break time. The industry, and we understand that sometimes you need to take a break. There has to be some rest and activity, some bit of preparation. If an arrow has to go forward powerfully, you have to pull it back. So taking a break, everyone understands, and nowadays it is slowly becoming a trend also. So there's nothing wrong in that. But how much of duration you took and for preparing of the CAT? Okay, whether you cleared the CAT or not. Okay, so this is a very normal question. Please understand when this question is being asked, please understand this question, whatever answer you are going to give is not going to be a main criteria for your rejection. You understand that first. The answer that you give is not going to be the main criteria for your rejection. Some other criteria, some other answer might be a criteria, but not this. So in this, they just want to know, this question is being asked so that they just want to know, because many don't take a break. So why has this guy taken? So what is the idea? So in this, when you answer, you can say, I understand myself. And for myself, I needed this break. Okay, so here is some candidate who has understood himself or herself. Jayasurya, are you listening? Right? So if you can prove that you know yourself and therefore to do well, you took a break and took a chance. You cleared the cat, you got it, fine. If you didn't get it, also it is fine. Okay, but the attitude matters, and what is the preparation you did, how much mindset you took, and how you spend your time. So it shouldn't be that you took a break and then you wasted a lot of time. It shouldn't be that way. So if you took a break for cat, you should show that you have prepared for the cat, and even whether you cleared it, good, excellent. Suppose you didn't get a good score in that, you should say how that time is useful in another way. In what are the other ways you added value to your self and personality, which will indirectly or directly help you on the job. I think I have answered your question. Okay, Jay Surya, good luck to you.
Next, Ranjit has asked a question. His username is Ranjit 0.3, sir. So, how the interviewers select the candidates in JD? To next round with less chance to speak, there are more members in JD. So, how to clear the JD?
Okay, what's the name?
Ranjit. Underscore 0.3.
And Ranjit. Okay, Ranjit. This is what is happening. You have raised a very practical question. So this is what is happening in the, you find it happening because mass recruitment has to happen. So, mass people come and ऐसे हो जाता है कि JD, I'm sorry, why am I going into Hindi? It is like this, GD has to be kept. Okay, JD I mentioned before, that's job description. So bear with my fox paws. GD, the group discussion is not mandatory, but I don't know why in some HR streams, why are they having the GD itself when it is not warranted? So the whole idea of GD is to see how, the person plays in the team. Are they listening? And when they speak, are they polite? Are they able to give eye contact? Are they listening attentively to the whole thing? And are they able to record things? All these things are noticed. But in a crowd, what can you do? If you're caught in the crowd. So one tip I'll give you is watch out for the topic. Look out for the coordinator, and if the crowd is too much, I'm giving you a practical tip, crowd is too much and you may not get enough chance to speak, or you may be sidelined if that is what you feel, because that is what's also happening in the KPOs. So it will be good for you to make a little, put your hand up and say, excuse me, ask for a clarification. Okay. One clarifications is a nice area, something to clarify. Or if you find that others are talking, you can still raise your voice and just, say, I expect others to maintain some silence. Okay, so before it starts. Right? So now these are the common things which could be raised. Now it could look like you are acting like a smart aleck. No, don't worry about that. Here it is not that. Here the whole idea of the group discussion is to see that whether order is being bought. So be alert. All that I'll tell you is to be very alert. The best way to clear such a situation is to be very alert, very polite, wait for your chance and give chance to others also. Simply when you get a chance to speak, don't take more time. Okay, be very precise and concise with your point of view. Also, if you find that someone has already made a point of view, what you wanted to say it. Acknowledge the other person. Try to remember a few names of the people in the GD. So you can use their names. Acknowledge their points. Voice out your point. Give chance to others. You may also say, others have not spoken. But the question is, what to do in a large gathering, large group? My humble opinion is they should not conduct a GD if you're not going to give enough chance to others, to have very large groups, and that is something that the HR needs to note it down. Again, does this interview or this post warrant a GD in the first place? You may have a written test, you may have 1 round, 2 rounds, you may have one personal interview, other thing, but do you really need a GD? Okay, so when would GD be needed? GD is needed particularly when there's going to be a lot of customer interaction or a client interaction, all that stuff. Otherwise, it's not needed. So again, I'll tell you, don't have to worry if you don't get a good chance to speak. Maintain your confidence because your body language is also noticed in a GD. Okay, a good GD evaluator will look at the body language also. So they have scores. They have different ratings, voice, concern for others, being polite, being audible, raising the hand, body language, dress code, so on and so forth. And are they able to conclude? So there are many factors to it. You don't have to worry. Just follow the standard operating procedures. Maintain your cool. Be alert, like I said. So be alert. You will get an opportunity to prove yourself and just prove it very politely. Okay? And GD is not the only place where people can get rejected. So you don't have to worry about that. And even if some rejection like that happens, fail, it doesn't matter. Like what Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam says, first attempt in learning, fail. So what? It was a good experience. So you learned something. Probably they were better candidates than you. Okay? Or probably you need to prepare more. So what if you missed? There are plenty of opportunities out over there. So don't worry about that. But I'm sure if you follow these tips, okay, and you maintain a cool calmness, and if you remain alert and follow the standard operating procedures for GD, never matter how big the group is, you can make your presence felt. Rest assured. Okay, Ranjit? Good luck to you. Next.
So, Munniyappan Ramachandran has asked, Sir, career gap students, how will attend the interview for freshers and other domains?
Munniyappan, see, we have already answered this on career gap. There's a reel. Okay, you can check out our reels. But in the question, this is not so clear. Okay, in the கேள்வி அவ்வளோ கிளியரா இல்லை நீங்க கேட்டது. So in this comment of this, again put the question, please clearer சொல்லுங்க, clearer, ask clearly what exactly you mean by other domains. Career gap in other domains you ask, I will address it again for you. Okay? Next, please.
I am Sanskar has asked, Sir, how to answer our strength and especially weakness in the interview?
Very simple. What are your strong points? Make a list of it. There are so many YouTube videos are there. So much of the things are there. So, strengths that could help you on the job. Strengths that you have that develop your personality, particularly your initiation, your desire to learn and your integrity. Now, with respect to weakness, please understand this, that a weakness is an area for improvement. Don't try to do the attempt that I'm trying to show my weakness as a strength, because some people are out there who are advising, tell a weakness that will emerge as a strength. For example, tell that sometimes I find multitasking, I do a lot of multitasking and that is sometimes it's a weakness, but actually multitasking is a positive thing. So don't do all that. See, one thing, don't pretend. Okay? Develop a strong personality. You be yourself. And whatever is your strong point, you list it out and say, sir, these are my strong points. These points will add value to the job. See, one more thing you should understand, that in any job, persistence matters. Only if you have a strong skill and you have strong, then only they are going to select you. No, it's not like that. See, I don't have to take a student who gets 100 out of 100 or 95. We can also select someone who's got 75 also, provided there are other points. Now look at this way. Let us say I have a student who's excellent in academic records. Excellent. Now that guy joins and he quits my organization in 6 months. He leaves me in 1 year. Rather, I can take someone who has got 65 marks, because that guy is likely to work with me for more number of years. It's not that, it's not that if you have only an academic score very high that you are going to perform very well. Because also understand one more thing, most of the things what you read in the academics, you're not going to use on the job. Okay? So, when you talk about academics as a strength, I'm telling it for an example. So you should know how much of this strength is going to be used on the job. That's why I mentioned the academics marks, etc., etc. Similarly, other skills, it can be programming skills, analytical skills, or your communication skills. These could be your strong points. Never ever say that, my communication is weak. You can say my language, English, I have to improve, because we are all good communicators. So communication is something else. English or, a programming language is something else. So my skill has to improve. So that you may say, my programming, skills has to improve, sir. So I may initially look as a fresher, I'm not very good in Java. I know something, but I'm not very good. So immediately the curiosity will be there with the interviewer to ask, why do you say you're not good? So you had a written test, I don't know how much I've scored. So be very genuine, be down to earth, and I'm sure you can tell about your areas for improvement as a weakness and your strength. It shouldn't be a very tough question. Okay? Furthermore, if you want, let us know. We'll get you the links for handling this. But I think I have answered and I've covered this. So I think with this question we'll stop. We are more questions are there. I think some nearly 24 questions are there. So I'll try to take how many other questions I can every day and by the hour, and we'll come for more. I think Ashwin, I think I have answered strength and weakness. Is there any gap which I've left?
Actually, we had also put out a reel on strength and weakness.
Okay, so that link also can be shared over there below. And I think I have covered it, more or less, strength or weakness. See, one more thing, don't do this. Don't expect me to tell, there are some candidates out there who want me to give precisely strength 1, strength 2, sir, communication my skill. Then you will by heart that, and then you try to go, don't do that. We are not running a kindergarten school over here. So don't do that. Try to be natural. Don't try to imitate others. Okay? You discover what is your strong point. If it is there, say it. And if you don't have a strong point, what to do? Please build one. Please cultivate strong points. Okay, you can learn skills as you practice. So if you're not practicing, then I'll say you are damn lazy. You're not focused. You have some other interest. You are distracted. And therefore, you don't want to become serious. Okay? Don't mistake me. I'm doing some honest, frank talk. Please go ahead, comment below. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video. I really am beginning to enjoy this because I have the freedom to speak. And then in Instagram, it's Instagram, right? Only 1 minute time was being given. That was very short for me to cover and give up value over there. So look forward to you guys. Okay? Keep putting the questions and I'll be here to take them. Good luck to you.